Promise. Promise seems to be one of the first two, three things in life you can break actually without touching. But I will put it up to us that promise is one thing you can break in this life without touching at all. Now you see, the reason why people are going to break that promise they made out for you is because they don't feel what they're telling you, which is why when they break it, it means nothing to them. You don't need to sign a contract for you to make a promise. You don't need to be in a court for you to make a promise. So you don't expect people to keep that promise they made out for you because they don't understand anything about it. People oftentimes understand the fact that the only way you can break something is when you feel them. But when you don't feel them, it's baseless. This is the reason why we have the betrayals. These are the reasons why we have the heartbreaks. These are the reasons why we have the disappointment. It all starts with promises. If you do not understand what this thing is all about, you do not feel the pain and the impact that goes around when you say them and then you don't make up to what you say. It's like an opportunity, like I said in my last video. If you can't feel opportunity, you can't grab it. You can only grab something you feel. And you can only grab something you're saying. So a lot of people out there are going to make promises to you. They're not going to fulfill those promises to you. To you, you feel like they are breaking their promises to you. They are not breaking it. It's because they are not seeing it. They don't understand what it feels like. That is why it costs them none to break that promise they have made out to you. Life is very, very delusional. Life itself is like the mind. Life is crazy. You don't expect people to be too good. I tell people one thing for sure you need to understand. Without these people breaking your heart, without these people disappointing you, without these people betraying you, without someone not stealing away from you, without someone not hurting you, without someone not blessing you, life cannot be what it is today. Life is so interesting because of all the good things that happens in it. Life is so interesting because of all the bad things that happen in it. You cannot find a proper life when you're not finding difficulties in it. You can't find a proper life when things at one point ain't going well for you. We oftentimes want things to go well for us. But things can go well for us just the way we want them to be. We ain't designing no shit about life. Which is the same reason why we can't change nothing about life. You don't expect people to be there in your life like a Messiah. You don't expect people to come into your life to want to make it blossom. Like I keep telling people, happiness and sadness, they behold each other. For rivals, they will always be. At one point you're happy, then the other point you're sad. At one point you feel like you made it out, then the next point you feel like you're locked up. This is what life is all about. It's all about those promises. People will tell you, sorry, the shoe aches, I understand, but they understand nothing. Because it is you who wears the shoe that knows how it hurts. I can be in the club with you and my feet hurt in my shoe. You're going to tell me, just relax. We have like 2 more hours to go. Just relax, we're going to get done. We're going to get home, you're going to pull up that shoe. The reason why you say that is because you are not the one wearing the shoe. I'm the one wearing this shoe. I know where it hurts. I know how bad it hurts. This is what it feels like to be in life. People are just going to feel like they understand what you go through. Yes, they understand what you go through, but they don't feel what you go through. For what you feel about what you go through is because you are the one going through them. You don't need to get mad about people making promises out for you and they're not fulfilling it. They will never fulfill it. The reason why they will never fulfill it is because they can't touch it. They feel it's easy to say it, and they feel it's easy to break it. Because when they break these promises, they feel like they've done none to you. Because they have not hurt you, that's what they feel. Because they've not broken anything, it's just a word I say to you, I'm going to be there for you. That's a promise I have given to you. But at the end of the day, if I don't turn out to be there for you, it costs nothing to me. But then it costs a lot to you. Because you were holding up on those promises, feeling like this is my word should be my bond. I have given you hope. This is what promise is all about. When you give people a promise or a lot of promises, you give them hopes. Then when you don't make out with your promise and you don't try to fulfill them, you break their heart. You kill that hope. But they will definitely going to kill the hope. That's why I keep telling people, it is only the Lord that makes promises and fulfill promises. Humans can fulfill promises. You don't expect people to fulfill their promises in your life. Even it happens with the politicians too. They're going to tell you, when I get to this state, when I become the next president, when I become the next governor, I'm going to do a whole lot of shit for you people. But at the end of the day, when they get their ass in there, they do nothing, and then you start getting mad. The same thing happens to you too. We all do these things. We should not stop. We should start not blaming people for the same shit that we do. I promise people too. I fail them. They promise me, they fail me. Because no human can keep promises. It's only God that keeps what He promised that He will do. He said, I will do it, and He keeps it. But we're human, we ain't going to keep it. So we should not, for one, expect people to want to be like a Messiah in our life. Until the moment you start understanding that, you're going to find the thieves in this life. You're going to find kidnappers in this life. You're going to find the heartbreaks in this life. You're going to find somebody who's going to snitch you in this life. You're going to find somebody who's even there to poison you in this life. What happened to Julius Caesar? These are things that happens in life. Those are the components that make life what it is. Life is an experience on its own. If there are no good things in life, if there are no bad things in life, we can call it life. It has to be bad and it has to be good. That's why you have to see the positive charge and then you have to see the negative charge. In physics and in chemistry, when the electron meets the neutron, they produce a positive charge. What makes you feel like life has to be all about being positive? When your life is all about being positive, then your life ain't being positive at all. At one point in your life, you have to be in negativity, because the negativity is what makes the positivity stand. Without a negativity, you can understand where your positivity lies. If you do not hurt me, I do not understand what experience is like. If I do not come through for you, you will not understand what it feels like for someone to be there for you. This is what we all need to understand about life. We need to understand the fact that a whole lot of shit are not going to work out for us. We need to understand the fact that a whole lot of stuff are going to work out for us. But when they do not work out for us, we should understand the fact that this is life. When they work out for us, we should still understand that this is life. Like I keep telling people, why do you all blame prostitutes? Prostitution itself is even in the Bible. It's of the old. It did not start right now. It's not going to end right now. People start denying people right from even before you were born. Peter or who? Judas denied Jesus Christ. Didn't he do that? He did that. When your friend hurt you right now, you want to get mad. This shit has been existing even before you come. And they ain't going to stop, because those are the things that makes life what it is. Those are the components that makes life what life is about. So if you're out there expecting everything to be going on positively for you, man, then you gotta be dreaming. Sometimes in life, you need that negativity to make your life what it is today. You need that negativity because the negativity are the experiences we get. The negativity are the challenges we get. The negativity are the motivation we get. The positivity is only making us understand the good side of life. When everything goes smooth, we don't understand the hustle of life. But when things go bad, that is when we start understanding what life is about. So when people start promising you and they ain't fulfilling it, don't get mad. Because you have promised a lot of people that you didn't come true for them. Not until you understand the fact that life is all about the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's not the only time you're going to understand the true part about life. This is your mobile. Peace out.